Hello, my name is Heche Park, and this is going to be my week 1 review for Computer Science 142, Java 1. I'm not too comfortable being in front of a camera, but I'll do my best. This week we covered Chapter 1 in our Revel and Pearson textbook. It was basically just an introduction to Java, just kind of introducing how the course is going to go, and basically it talked a little bit about how, like, a little bit of the hardware of computers, and it talked about uh, just basic Java facts and stuff like that, not really getting too much into the coding, but kind of building everything up for that. The topics that were covered, um, we talked about, uh, there was a part where it talked about the um, different parts in the actual hardware of the computer or other computing devices. Um, I spent some time really sorting that out. It also talked about different files and processing units for Java and the language and how it's used. Um, excuse me. And then in the beginning, it talked about programming as a whole, and not necessarily specific to Java, but um, computer programming as a whole, including different languages as well. For me, I think that the most difficult topic to really grasp and understand was um, kind of learning the different uses for the different hardware things, and also because I never really looked into the actual hardware of it. I always was more into the software side of programming. Um, so I never really put any interest into the actual what's going on inside the computer, but um, I think I'm starting to get a better understanding of it and how things work. And also I'm still learning about the different uh, files and programs that Java uses, like the JDK, the IDE, and all that. I'm still fully grasping how that works and how everything works together. The posted material and videos that were posted by um, Professor Nizami I think they were very useful in helping reinforce some topics and ideas. Um, it's kind of difficult for me to understand something fully for the first time just reading through it, and having someone explain it verbally is helpful, just hearing it a second time. And I think the material and videos for the actual topics that were and material that was discussed in the textbook, that was very helpful in that regard. Um, just to kind of sum up, my major is computer science, and I just want to learn, or that's why I want to learn more about the hardware, because I want to make sure I understand everything and how everything works. But just kind of summing everything up, we basically um, learned how um, we we learned how Java kind of is functioning, and like what applications it has. It has many different applications that can be used in game design, in website development, big data technology, or even mobile applications. It has so much flexibility and can be coded on so many different languages, and it's very secure and simple. We also discussed the different hardware. Something I learned is that the CPU, or the central processing unit, is kind of like the brain of the computer, kind of just like a control system. And there's a thing called a bus, which is kind of where all the information is passed through. Um, we went a little bit into the coding, actual coding of Java. You start off with the first. You have to have you have to have a class, and then the class is always going to be the name of the file, followed by .java. And in order to actually code, I did Python, and it's a little bit different because here now we actually have to have braces that indicate which code goes with which box, and inside that class you need a main bracket where you start putting in like your code. Like, in order to print a line, or you want to have a line come out, you have to say system.out.println, and then have what you do in parentheses, and then at the end have a semicolon to end the statement. And that's pretty much what we learned this week. Thank you.